I added Zach's manager
Very nice.
on LinkedIn.
Very cool.
And I said,
Hire me.
yeah, that's what I did. I basically said, like, hey, I'm looking for a job. I hear that essentially there's potential location destinations involved, such as like Hawaii. And, this individual, which I won't say, replied back and said, what are you talking about?
Did you really say that?
So my question is, for when Zach gets back, is did he go on vacation without us?
Did you really message him that?
No.
Well, to be fair, he sends us these pictures in the morning. He's outside in the sun, walking around, going on a hike. And I'm like, are you actually there to work?
He's like 1,000 steps.
He should be at 10,000 based on the look of it.
For all we know, all we did is walk outside the hotel and turn around and take a picture of the
He probably I think he really needed a vacation, but he didn't want anyone to he had to say, look, it's for work. So that way he could go for 2 weeks and no one can say anything about it.
Yeah.
You are tuning in to the Cigar Guys podcast, where aficionados and newcomers alike gather to explore the vast cigar universe. Meet your host, Alexander Gonzalez, Mark Nikollaj, his big little brother Zachary Nikollaj, and Jared Burrows. So sit back, light up, and let's get the conversation started. But first, a quick word from our sponsors.
If you struggle with bad breath after smoking a cigar, whether the cigar has a very strong aftertaste, especially if you smoke like heavy, more full body cigars, spicier cigars, very earthy cigars, sometimes you leave the lounge and you have that really strong aftertaste, I have a solution for you. This is Smoke Sniper Mouthwash. We were introduced to this mouthwash recently, and I used it for the first time after smoking a very strong cigar with a bad aftertaste. And this mouthwash, I kid you not, absolutely shocked me. It worked so well. I took a shot of this, and afterwards, I had no remnants of any cigar aftertaste, anything afterwards. Basically reset my whole palate. I was genuinely shocked when I tried it. It's got very simple ingredients, and it's a relatively affordable mouthwash. It works way better than your traditional Listerine and other big name brands. Smokesniper.com. Go check it out. The link is also going to be in the description. But I highly recommend you get some of these. Right now they come in these a 9-pack of these small containers. I know that they're going to be working on some bigger sizes as well. But I'm telling you, it is definitely worth it. Go check out smokesniper.com and you will be pleased. We're back in the studio. Mark's been missing for a whole month, but he's back now in the studio. Jared never leaves.
I actually slept here last night.
Did you really?
You were with me.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
This is news to me.
Yeah, we slept in your house last night.
All the cigars are gone. The booze is low.
Everything's gone. Everything.
That literally explains why I'm drinking apple juice right now. What are you smoking, Mark?
I'm smoking the tried and true Besa cigar. Available only on, not only on, but available on besacigar.com. That's BESACIGAR.com. What are you smoking?
I'm smoking the Red Meat Lovers
Very cool.
from Steve Saka in honor of the event that we went to yesterday. The release of the Black Angus at Corona Tampa.
Yep, very cool event. We'll probably talk about it on the next podcast.
Yeah.
We're pretty stocked up on this one.
You'll see videos of the event on social media and such. And
Did you get that on camera? Please say you got that.
I didn't get it on camera.
I'm so sorry.
This is what happens when you're not on the podcast for a whole month. You forget how to cigar.
You drop stuff. I've been smoking more, though, to be honest. My cigar intake has increased.
But, okay, so where's the content? That's my question. What do we have to show for it?
It's like... But it wasn't like one of those smokes where you're like, I feel good, I'm going to go smoke. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those like, wow, I had a rough week. Let me go smoke a cigar. You know what I'm saying? And those never make for great content. And you know that.
I mean, to be fair, whether I'm in a bad mood or a good mood, job needs to be done. Jared, what are you smoking?
I'm actually smoking the Bosphorus by Osgener.
There you go. The second one.
Osgener Family Cigars. Bosphorus.
Wow, are they Turkish?
I actually don't know.
It's a good question.
I'll find out
Are they?
tomorrow.
I don't think they are. They don't look Turkish.
I'll find out soon.
What do you think?
I don't know. I don't think so. Now you gotta look it up. Mark's got a laptop today, so he can actually find this information in real time. But yeah, he had an event on Thursday that Jared and I went to. I don't remember if Mark was there or not, but at the Corona Lake Mary location, doing a special I don't think it's called Behind the Blend, but it's kind of like that. And he had like cigars that he rolled there, talked about his brand, including that one, which is why Jared's smoking it today. But it was a fun time. And he's got good cigars. They're part of the, I guess they're partnered with Crown Heads. Crown Heads and Osgener is kind of like a cigar partnership, I would say. But
I'm not gonna lie. I like the cigars, but their bands are very busy.
what, this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love the color. Very vibrant. The cigar's fantastic. The name's really good.
Oh, they're Turkish.
Okay. I guess that makes sense then.
Yeah, I just think the band's a little too busy. What do you think?
Let me see.
Like, I can't read it.
Maybe it's not the fact that it's busy, but there needs to be more contrast,
Maybe.
if that makes sense.
Maybe the bubble letters.
Because there's a lot of cigar bands that are busy, but like the main part in the front you can read pretty well. I feel like a lot of My Father bands are busy, but the front where it says MF in big letters is like easy to read. I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Oh, shoot. I don't want to do that. I almost just started live streaming. Anyway, we're going to talk about a few various topics, starting with a funny news article that I came across. Essentially, in Patterson, New Jersey, there was a case that was concluded because of DNA found on a
Cigar.
cigar that was tossed. Now, bear in mind, it was a black and mild cigar,
Jeez.
so it's not a premium cigar.
Makes
However,
sense.
Wow.
a lot of the other articles call it a cigarette.
Jesus.
So it's like,
Wow.
there's a gray area there. But for the purpose of this podcast, being a cigar podcast, we're going to call it a cigar. Not a premium cigar, but it was a cigar.
So what was the case about, or should we just guess? Or
Guess.
when you say case solved, I'm guessing it's not a civil case or civil suit. It's
Criminal.
Probably criminal.
Okay.
Are
good
all
luck.
parties involved still alive?
You can't answer that question.
But then
That would give it away.
then the answer is someone died. Or sorry, unalived.
It says here that, it was murder.
Interesting. Was a person smoking black and mild because it was a bad decision, or because?
No.
Okay, so here's where cause and effect things happen, right? So at a very young age, they started smoking bad cigars. You know what I mean?
Jeez.
And the effect of that is you commit more crimes.
I can only guess.
You know what I'm saying? So,
starts.
if he would have started at premium cigars, the chances of him committing a bad crime would be far less.
Yeah, it'd be more like white collar crimes and
Yeah, like embezzling money or something.
tax evasion.
So what does that actually do? The fact that your DNA from your spit is on that black and mild and happened to be there. What if he was just driving by, or she was just driving by to throw out the window?
So if you read the rest of the article,
I can't read it over here.
I'm going to read it to you based on memory. It says that, because I actually can't read from here. There was video footage of this shootout happening that someone died because of. So this guy, the suspect, was like a 43-year-old dude. There's a video of it. And the cops said they need more evidence, or they would feel comfortable with more evidence. So the detectives went out there and looked for the cigar that he was smoking while committing the crime and had tossed immediately after, found the cigar, bagged it, tested it for DNA. It was his DNA, and that's what ultimately led to his conviction.
Wouldn't it be crazy if he gets off on a technicality that it's actually a cigarette, not a cigar? So the evidence is not admissible now?
Technically, it is a cigar. Right?
So it depends on how they admitted it into evidence.
It's probably just tobacco product, I'd imagine.
Yeah, that's... Yeah.
And I don't think a small technicality like that would cause the case to go away.
In this case, it might as well just said I did it, or left the gun there with his prints on it.
Well, I mean, I thought the video footage was enough for me, but they wanted DNA evidence.
Not for me.
I mean, actually, to be fair,
Not for me.
with AI being such an issue now, it's only fair to have one or two more pieces of evidence to back it up.
Yep, that's when the big government's going to come in, and if you say something against their political view, they're going to make a video of you doing something, and then you're going to get arrested.
By the way, I didn't do it. When you come back to this video after that thing came out, I didn't do it. It's all fake. It's all a plot against me. I didn't do it. I just want to let you know right now. That thing, didn't do it.
Yeah, he's self-pardoning himself. But the real question is, all that footage Mark has on his phone of you smoking many, acid cigars or sweet tip.
I think it's actually reversed. And to be fair, recently we had a case. I'm not totally against the sweet tip thing, but Mark came out and admitted that he again accidentally smoked a sweet tip cigar from Asylum for the second time.
Not just sweet tipped. It was sweet tipped and flavored.
Oh, why would you admit that?
I didn't smoke it. I had like 2 puffs and I put it down.
I was lying. Now you confirmed the lie. Damn.
The old bait and switch.
Yeah. He lit it up and I was like, oh, I didn't know it was sweet tipped. He's like, yeah, it's sweet tipped and infused.
When
and
you say he lit it up, you mean like your left hand was helping your right hand light it up?
No, when I bought the cigar, they lit over the shop. I was like,
He bought a flavored cigar.
I was like, are you serious? He's like, yeah. I was like, I wish you told me that before I bought it.
So you paid, let's say, $8 for the cigar and then threw it out?
$10. I couldn't smoke it.
Personally, if I were you, I would have called Chase Bank and said someone stole my credit card.
That footage is altered. It's not me. If you go watch my podcast, you would know I would never do this.
I probably could have called him and told him about the experience and probably would have given me my money back. Like, hey, I bought the cigar. They didn't tell me it was flavored. They wouldn't give me a refund.
It's entirely possible.
Yeah.
I guarantee they would give me my money back.
Let's try it right now.
I mean, it's $10. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What
I'm
are
not
you
going to
gonna
go through all that trouble.
but yeah, so case closed. Guy got busted because he wanted to smoke a cigar. He wanted to look cool while he was in a shootout. Oh, man. But anyway.
Speaking of people dying, did you hear about that CEO?
Well, you know what? Since you brought it up, since you wanted to jump the gun, here you go, Mark. Just for you. Yes. What? Go ahead.
I just felt like it kind of flowed better, you know?
Mark is putting in effort today, running the show. I like to see it. All right, so
You go from one murder to the next murder. We're like a true crime podcast with cigars. United Healthcare CEO fatally shot outside NYC hotel in premeditated, pre-planned targeted attack.
Yeah, this guy was the CEO of arguably the biggest healthcare company. So I've been told.
But like, didn't when they took him to the hospital, they pronounced him dead of COVID?
You're making that up, right? I mean, it wouldn't shock me.
He's
but
making that up.
Oh, it was just a question.
no, I didn't see that in the article. So,
But you know what? You think it was a hit, or you think it was somebody mad about some situation that happened?
110% hit.
did you see the video?
Yeah.
I mean, dude's walking down the street on the way to a convention or something. Guy comes up, boom, just walks across the street
And where did it happen?
in New York City.
Bingo.
I think if it was a professional hit, it would have happened somewhere unseen.
Okay, but if they got obviously the guy that did it's going to be the fall guy.
Then he gets
They
whacked
got
too.
him, they got him through someone else, through someone else, through someone else who got to him. I mean, I see what you're saying, but at the same time, like the person that died strangely from an armed robbery but didn't get robbed, that was in plain view.
But
Did they catch the
there
guy?
was nowhere near cameras, though.
I think.
There was no camera footage of it.
Okay. Well,
Did they catch the guy or no?
No.
They're never going to catch this guy.
but too, I mean, now there's cameras everywhere, especially in New York City. There's cameras like on every,
Personally,
street corner,
is-
everything.
This hit was also sending a message to other people to be quiet about the last like 4 to 8 years.
I think it was, yeah.
It's a message.
At this point, too, like all the other stuff they've been doing in plain sight, they don't have a choice. It's just all out in the open now. They don't care. They just have to do their best to stop it.
I personally think it's probably somebody that got screwed over with his healthcare coverage. Maybe someone he knows died.
And did his research and looked up the CEO of United Healthcare and found out that he was going to be in New York City at this hotel going to a convention at this time and said, you know what? It's worth my time to go drive down there, get out of my car, walk a couple blocks, shoot the guy, walk across the street again, go back to my car, and justice has been served.
Entirely possible. Yeah. I mean, imagine, let's say your wife has cancer and then the coverage dropped or wouldn't cover a certain thing and she died. Somebody would do that.
So everyone
100%.
becomes John Q, essentially.
So do you think that's more likely than it being a hit?
Well, both are hits.
I think the way it was planned out.
Yeah, meaning like he was hired by someone else.
I think the way it happened, I think they're probably going to catch a guy. There's a lot of footage. I mean, they definitely know where he went. He used a city bike.
I don't know.
I don't think a trained hitman would probably use a city bike.
Well, it doesn't have to be a trained hitman. They can just find, like I said, they could find some guy, whether he had ties to the situation or not. You go through a guy, goes through a guy, goes through a guy. You find some random dude, gives him money because he's struggling or whatever, and he says, "I'll do it."
The thing is, if everything's being filmed, it's easier to go on foot or a bike and then disappear into a crowd, because if you're in a car, you use OCR to get the license plate numbers.
Yeah, and I think he was wearing a mask too.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
I don't know. I just think it's more realistic being somebody got screwed over by his health insurance in a pretty bad way.
Yeah, but the CEO is not going to be like, let's go fuck over this one person.
No, the CEO wouldn't do that, but at the end of the day, who you like as a person that something bad happened to, who you gonna blame? You can blame the guy in charge.
Yeah, I think he was whacked.
obviously he was whacked, but yeah, it was.
He was definitely whacked, but
Paid whacking.
I don't.
Yeah, I'm not agreeing. It's definitely possible, but I don't think it's likely that that's what happened.
See, to me, my situation sounds more likely to me personally, because at the end of the day, I mean, this guy's like runs the biggest fucking healthcare company.
I know, but what about the
In America.
Boeing CEO?
Yeah, he wasn't a CEO that died.
Wasn't it a CEO, or he was?
No,
he wasn't CEO. He was a.
He was an employee that was he was like a whistleblower. Like that obviously smells like a hit. Nothing crazy came out about this guy
That we know of yet.
that we know of. Yeah, that's why to me it sounds more likely that it was just some guy pissed off about his
I mean, we'll
coverage.
find out in like 3 to 6 months the true story.
Yeah, if they ever catch him.
I mean, well, someone is going to go on TikTok or Twitter and upload a bunch of information they found and tie the dots together and say, well, this happened, so.
Or the guy hired someone that was just like him and someone else to shoot someone fake to fake his own death and then disappear.
That
And
could
they
be
leave.
possible.
Because we have other CEOs that just left the United States in the last 8 years, like John McAfee. He just disappeared. Started traveling, then was being chased by the United States for like years.
Speaking of people leaving, do you see Ellen DeGeneres and her partner fled to England and bought their dream house, their dream mansion,
Again.
and they get there and it's flooded? Did you see that?
I think that's hilarious.
Yeah, I think things will later come out to explain like karma sucks.
Yeah. Good for her. I mean,
Bitch got what she deserved.
it's just so ironic.
Yeah, it's funny. It is funny.
But yeah, so two individuals got whacked. One got caught. One did not get caught.
Who got caught?
Not in the same case. I'm talking about the first case.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
All right.
I can't imagine going to like prison and being like, "Hey, what happened? Don't smoke cigars."
Bro, just watch the video. It was so cool.
That's funny. Back to cigars, since we're on the topic of cigars and getting arrested.
It's crazy. It's just full circle.
Everything's a full circle. Everything. Earth.
Everything starts here. Everything.
A cigar is circle.
Not this one.
Cigar.
This is a box pressed. This is the red meat lover. It's box pressed.
It's a
What is it?
square spherical object. Cigar of the. What are your predictions for cigar of the year 2024?
Anyway,
Mm.
so this is about that time of the year where these publications and other individuals
Get paid to say these things.
release a list of their top 10 or top 25 cigars
Paid
of the
list.
year.
Yeah.
And maybe. And I want to go around the table and have like a few predictions of what we think is going to be on there. I'm going to go ahead and knock one off the bat. This is going to be an obvious one that's not going to count. Padron's going to be on the list.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, that was my guess.
Perdomo's going to be on the list.
Well, hold on. So, which Padron is going to be on the list this year? Let's do that.
Oh, the new one that came out.
Honestly, well, it probably will be on the list because, like Jared said, paid. But
I mean, they had a strong year. They had that. They had the Fuente collab that came out this year.
I think the Fuente collab will be there and it'll be higher than the 60th anniversary.
Yeah, possible.
And just speaking in general, too, not like Cigar Aficionado or Half Wheel, just in general, we're going to see these cigars being
should,
like top 10, top 25.
They should dedupe the list and only allow one cigar per brand to be on the list to make things a little bit more unique.
Yeah.
So, like, do it by brand and then do the best cigar that they had.
There's like, for president, we don't have runoff elections, but even if we did, we don't want to have two people from the same party competing against each other and splitting votes on top of splitting votes on top of splitting votes.
I don't think that's anywhere similar, but
Yeah, it is, because if you have 5 cigars from Padron, in theory, just pick one.
yeah, but they're not splitting votes. They're not like,
So you're not voting this year for the best cigar?
I think
Well, that's the thing. There's no election. I tried finding it.
it'd be funny if they made it the Davidoff Year of the Dragon because they got sued.
We should do that, though. Sorry. We should next year because it's a little late now. We're going to create the first cigar election. The
Oh,
election
yeah.
for 2025, where consumers, viewers, they get to vote on cigars. And we'll do it kind of like maybe a bracket or something. We'll simplify it in a way where you can vote on like what the best cigars are.
Like head to head,
Yeah.
like a tournament style.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
we can actually get some real life practice on how to validate a ballot and make sure someone can only vote once.
Okay. Anyways, what was your favorite cigar this year besides the Besa cigar?
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a cigar I smoked very recently that was filmed and uploaded to our YouTube channel. It was Steve Saka's Umbagog Bronzeback.
Yeah, that was a good
cigar.
Oh,
You smoked it?
Yeah,
Very nice. Wouldn't have known because I didn't get any content from it. But
I just smoked. I actually just filmed some stuff of the. I forgot which one it was, but I have some pictures and videos. But man, that was a good cigar.
all right, it was phenomenal.
It was a real good cigar.
I did. I know you didn't watch the video, but I was absolutely like in another world smoking it. Not even exaggerating. I was like, dude, what is this?
Yeah, it was real good. I remember smoking it, and I was like, that was this thing. I was like, damn, I think that's probably one of his best cigars.
I think so too. And it's funny because if you read about it, he's like, yeah, it's like, your average like fishing cigar. I'm like, dude, this could be like top shelf, like #1 on cigar of the year. I thought it was phenomenal.
Yeah, he could have put it up with his Musta de Saka like line.
Oh, I think it's better.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was phenomenal. I think the size was perfect. I think everything just blended together very nicely. No pun intended.
Yeah. And you know what's funny? I actually, the Sin Compromiso or whatever, that's the one I smoked yesterday. And honestly, I smoked it a while ago. I didn't really like it that much. But this time I smoked it, man, and it was awesome.
I think, too, unfortunately, some of the places we get our cigars, they're not at optimal
humidity.
Yeah, that, or they have, especially that one. No, that one might have cellophane on it, but sometimes the ones with cellophane or without cellophane in an open humidor concept can get compromised.
yeah, but yesterday that cigar did come with cellophane, and you were working, so you did smoke that over like a 45-minute to 1 hour period.
It was a little more than an hour actually. We were there.
Even better, so you had more of a chance, to, like give it a second chance.
Yeah, and the draw on it was amazing.
That's the thing too. Like if you're not in the kind of like you said earlier, if you're not in the right mood to smoke a cigar, it's not going to be as good. Or if you're rushing, it's not going to be as good. I feel like if Jared learns to slow down sometimes, he might be able to like unlock a new part of his mind where he's like, wow, this cigar is actually really good.
Instead of just saying good, it's not really good.
Yeah.
Exactly.
2 words.
But I think it's one of his loosest cigars he makes, if that makes sense.
The Sin Compromiso?
Yeah. Because a lot of cigars are a little tight, like the Mi
Carita?
Yeah, that one's usually a little tight.
Yeah. Yeah, most of his stuff is on the tighter side.
But
that was box press
Yeah, I was
too.
about to say, yeah.
Yeah, because this one's box press and it's looser, not super loose or anything, but it's not as tightly packed.
Yeah.
I mean, being it is a box press, makes sense.
Yeah, that was a real good cigar. That should be #1, actually.
I think if that's not on like a major list, like at least top 10 for sure. It's got to be top 10 on either Cigar Aficionado or Half Wheel or something. My opinion.
I feel like he's not big enough for them to put him on there, you know?
I think that's ridiculous.
I think they usually only put like huge brands on there.
You mean mainstream? He's not mainstream enough.
Yeah.
But he has a huge following. I mean, a bunch of people love his stuff.
Yeah, I would argue that he's very mainstream, but like when you compare him to like
not
Perdomo
media wise, like
yeah,
when it comes to the mainstream cigar media, yeah, I would agree. Some people, he's still considered, boutique and stuff like that. But it was a good cigar. Jared, anything else that you think, since I gave you a freebie with Padron?
Man, top.
Just that you smoked this year, whether it's big. I know Mark said Perdomo is going to be on there.
Besides all the Cubans we had this year, I don't know. I'm looking back through my B-roll.
It's funny because, usually I like stick with one cigar for a little while, but I feel like this year I switched up a lot.
Yeah, it's like 60% base, 40% everything else.
Yeah, pretty much. I smoked a lot of Aganorsa Leaf. The J... God damn it. What is it?
The JFR.
JFR, yeah.
I actually, now that you said Agnorsa, I have a feeling that their new Cuba is going to be on a top 25 list.
Oh, yeah.
That sweet one.
Yeah. A lot of people smoke that.
Yeah. Not my personal favorite, but I could see that being in the top 25.
What is that cigar I had recently? It's a, God, I thought I took a picture of it.
It's a good question, Jared.
Something bowl. I forget what it is.
Oh, the Andalusian bowl?
Yeah. I thought I had a picture of it in here. But every time I had that, that's super good. But it's been out for a while. It's not new.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so-
also been on the list a few times.
Yeah.
Could be again, but
It's always super good.
I'll tell you what, though. That Tatooine, it's not going to be on the list, but that Tatooine Monster Box was phenomenal.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
How quickly did you smoke through all those?
Let's see. I think it's like 14 cigars, so about 2 weeks.
Makes sense. I'm trying to think of what else came out this year that would be on the list. We talked about Padron. I don't think they're going to put a Davidoff year of the Dragon on there. I don't see that happening.
I don't think so either, but I think it'd be funny if they did.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then they put like Gurkhas on like the war at the bottom.
Gurkha's not going to be on there.
Nah.
There's probably going to be a Rocky Patel on there.
Oh, did I tell you I smoked that Mike Tyson cigar?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How was it?
Terrible. It was bad.
Just like the fight? Was it better
Yeah.
or worse than the fight?
On the same level.
Okay.
So pretty bad. Yeah, I was a little disappointed. Burn issues, is burning weird.
Was that Rocky Patel too?
That was Gurkha.
Ah, that's right. Well,
I will say it was decent for a Gurkha, but it doesn't mean much.
best Gurkha you've had?
Best Gurkha I've ever had.
Nice. That's something.
Yeah, it's something.
There you go. That won't be on the list.
So you know how they do like the so at a local cigar shop they have a thing where you donate cigars.
Yeah.
And one guy donated like a whole thing of Gurkhas. I was like, dang, he must hate our I looked at the employees. I was like, dang, he must hate our troops. He's like, I know, man.
He's like, yeah, he doesn't support our troops at all. He's like, I'm not going to smoke these. They have limited options. But yeah. Jared's still deep in his photo album.
I mean, there's so many cigars that were released last year. It's kind of hard to tell what would be on the top list. We're talking about the Cigar Aficionado list.
Just in general, those media outlets.
All right, while Jared's looking through that list,
He'll come up with one soon.
what do you think is a perfect pairing for the winter?
For the winter?
Yeah.
That depends on what. Oh, the winter. I thought you said the winter. I'm like,
Oh, no, winter.
No, say whiskey.
Yeah, so
Great insight. I think Hottie Toddy's on the move.
well, Mark likes to dive headfirst into these topics. I like to marinate them a little bit. It is winter. It's getting cold out. Even in Florida, it's getting Florida cold. We have humidity here, so it feels colder than it actually is.
I was freezing this morning.
That's a real thing. But yeah, so we're gonna talk about some cigars that are good for the winter, drinks that are good for the winter, how you would go about pairing these drinks and cigars. Mark loves hottie toddies.
They go good with any cigar. Personally, the winter, I smoke more Maduros,
Yeah.
I don't think I ever seen you drink a hottie toddy.
Yeah, I ask him. First
Yeah.
time I ordered, they made fun of me.
Who's they?
The people, everybody. Mainly just Alex and Zach.
I don't. Well, if I made fun of you, it was in a joking manner because I have also indulged in hot tea with whiskey.
Yeah, it's a good combo.
I do it when I'm not feeling good. Like if I'm under the weather a little bit.
I do it if it's really cold.
Is that whiskey in general or just hot toddies?
Hot toddies if I'm not feeling well during the winter.
Hmm.
Yeah, you can't drink that during the summer.
No. That's just whiskey.
I'll do it next summer.
What do they call like an Arnold Palmer whiskey? The cold toddy?
No, there's a name for that. It's another golfer, I'm pretty sure.
Oh no,
John Daly.
John Daly. Yeah, usually that's made with like vodka though.
Oh, okay. So with whiskey, Tiger Woods.
I'm gonna call it the cold toddy.
Whatever. So Mark said he usually smokes Maduros during the winter. I was going to say, generally, when it's colder out, I like a more full body cigar, something that's darker. So like a Padron Maduro or a Liga 9.
Yep.
Something like that that's got some good power and really rich flavors. It just tastes, cigars in general taste way better when it's cold outside.
Yep. Yep. Like the LFD Double Lajero.
Ooh. That's
one-
a throwback cigar for me.
Yeah, we don't talk about that much.
Mm.
I haven't smoked that in a very, very long time.
I know. I
actually.
saw it the other day and I grabbed one.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I saw it the other day because one of the guys at the cigar shop was smoking a LFD, and it was LFD Airbender.
Oh, yeah.
Like a 2000 cigar, like probably before we even knew what cigars were. So I was looking for it because I thought it was lying to me, but they didn't have it.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like something they'd have.
I was like, Airbender. I was like, is that from the show Avatar? He's like, I don't know.
Don't you work here?
Hmm.
What does Jared like to smoke during the winter? Without saying anything I just said.
I mean, I've always liked Maduro, so I'll probably always smoke a Maduro. I mean, for some reason, I was thinking about getting a triple Maduro.
Ooh, a Camacho.
Yeah, so when gets caught, Jared smokes heavy Maduros. He smokes the triple Maduro Camacho.
Well, yeah, because he's smoking strong Maduros all the time. So the only way to go up from there is like a Camacho triple Maduro.
So a Camacho triple Maduro
We got to get him an NAS.
in the
Yeah.
morning, coffee, empty stomach.
Yeah, and what's that other one? The triple Lajero by Cordoba and Morales.
Oh, the Nika Reaper.
Yeah.
But that one tastes really good. It's not just dark. It's really good.
Yeah. And it's really not
It's not as
that
bad as
strong
Yeah, it's not as bad as.
Yeah.
as it's made out to be.
I did try to smoke it in the morning that one time when we forgot to record on our mics. That was a little rough.
Yeah, that was a waste. You didn't finish it. Yeah.
We have video footage, but not audio.
You can't trust video without audio.
Exactly. But yeah, I would say Mark thinks that, I mean, I guess it's fair. If you're drinking a hottie toddy, that goes with almost any type of cigar.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not,
Drinking a hot toddy with a full body.
I like it.
I think
I like you.
it's not, what?
The fuck? Did you hear that?
It's not going to be the same without a certain someone there, but God. Remember at one period in time, we
Yes.
had special hot cocos made for us at the lounge.
He wasn't. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's as of last year.
Yeah.
It's just not going to be there anymore. It's not going to be the same because a certain individual is not there anymore. But hot cocoa, that would actually go better with like a lighter bodied like Habano or something. Maybe like a base of Habano and a hot cocoa, or like a Perdomo 12-year vintage. Yeah, hot cocoa, not really. What's so funny?
Specific.
I'm a hot cocoa connoisseur. Part-time.
I mean, we could certainly
Yeah.
ask.
I'm sure we can make it happen.
Yeah. That go pretty well with like the 2013 My Father anniversary release.
And then you have like a nice, we were talking about with Zach, that hot wine, whatever that's called.
Ew, what?
He knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I
Hot
forget her
wine?
name. Yeah.
It's like a special drink they make. It's
a
red
German-
wine that's heated up and they put like oranges in it or something like that. It's like malt wine or something
it's
like
mold
that.
wine.
Not
Mold?
Not mold.
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 But in German, it's gluing. Glühwein.
I've never heard of that until now.
It's actually not bad.
It translates to glow wine.
Did you have one in Europe?
Last year I did. During the Christmas festivals.
Interesting.
Or like
I would try that. I would definitely try that.
It's not bad. Like maybe like an eggnog with a very, very light Connecticut cigar.
Yeah, I'm not too much of an eggnog fan, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I like coquito.
So you like eggnog plus rum?
No, they're not the same.
It's very
You
close,
like milk
though.
plus rum?
I don't think
Sweet
coquito
milk.
has eggs in it.
Basically,
It's just sweet milk. Yeah, you're right.
yeah. Sweet milk.
Which, if you watch one of our previous podcasts, I'm not going to say it again, but it makes sense. Wow, I like that better.
That's right. I forgot about that. I'm like, there's a joke in there somewhere. Jared, real quick before we move on, did you think of a cigar you want to put in the top 25?
I don't think I smoked anything that's new in 2024.
Jesus Christ, just say something.
I said a bunch of cigars.
Just pick one right now.
That would be my top or the top 25.
Your top.
Jesus Christ, moving on.
We'll come back to him.
I had that unicorn a few weeks ago. That was pretty good.
Oh yeah, how did you like that? I don't think.
Oh, yeah.
That was pretty good. It didn't last very long. I mean, I bought two, and I forget what happened to the other one, but
You bought three.
He didn't buy three. You bought
Yeah,
two.
you bought three. He gave you one. You kept two.
You bought three?
no, I bought.
You bought two.
Two, yeah.
Yeah, you
Oh.
bought two.
I thought you bought three.
You trying to gaslight me?
He is trying to gaslight you. We're at the casino and they pump oxygen in there. So the more oxygen there is, the faster your cigars burn.
I never thought about that.
And you're stressed.
He just made it up.
Yeah, because you're losing money.
I didn't make that up. That's science. That's real science, not COVID science.
Well, is it losing money over cigars, or you're enjoying the moment?
I didn't lose any money, actually.
Not losing money over cigars. You're potentially losing money, or you have the threat of losing money in the casino.
We lost some money later that night, I'll tell you that.
It just fell out of my pocket. I don't know.
Somebody got it.
That's a little weird because, like, there's a few times, I think it happened to you too, where we approached a few craft tables and all of a sudden it's like, whoa, get back. It's like, we're
Oh
allowed
yeah,
to smoke
everyone's
here.
smoking,
Everyone's
but
smoking
you
here.
can't smoke near the table, even though people are smoking at the
Yeah,
table.
At the craps table?
Yeah.
oh, sorry, it was roulette or whatever, but yeah.
No, people
No,
were
he was
smoking
playing-
at the roulette table.
I was watching everybody. Maybe I forgot.
No,
I was playing roulette.
yeah, you were playing roulette. We walked up and we were standing there watching you, and she's like, "You guys need to back up." I think it was just her personal thing.
Oh, no, because if you're not playing, you got to stand away.
First time hearing of it.
Well, if you're near the glass where they roll the thing,
okay,
they want you
gotcha,
to stand
gotcha.
back. Yeah.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. But the glass is blocking me. I can't do anything.
Yeah, I think they just want to eliminate the chance of you doing something.
Yeah, I got it. Jared kept telling me it was because of the smoke, and I'm like, what?
No, it was because of those guys were smoking cigarettes at the table.
Jared just likes to gaslight me.
Remember, I was like, put $400 on pink. And you're like, what?
There's no pink. Oh, he's colorblind. Maybe he meant red.
Green. Always been on green. Another topic that just came up randomly that's been trending on the interwebs is
Damn.
a result of, let's say, the majority of Americans
Whoa.
feeling down in the dumps, let's say. They're low on this thing called dopamine, and they're looking for ways to get dopamine. And unfortunately, these people use TikTok to cope or other things that might be harmful. So Dopamine Decor
Okay.
is this new thing where it's actually kind of a positive thing. People are redesigning their homes or their living spaces
More colorful.
to add, exactly. We're going back to more colorful stuff. Instead of like gray walls, everything's gray, everything's white. People are adding more vibrant colors to their living space to help trigger. I just realized this camera's moving the whole time. To trigger or to help like their dopamine levels, so to say.
Yeah, I just think any color, for me personally, that allows you to smoke a cigar around Increases my dopamine.
So the cigar itself is increasing your dopamine.
No, it's the color.
So you're like a color brown, like
It depends. Can I smoke a cigar there?
I don't think color has anything to do with it.
Exactly.
Why do you bring color into this, Mark?
That's what we're talking about.
Vibrant.
I mean, it's true though. Like you see a lot of gray, you start to get like.
Since Zach's not here, I'm going to say it. Well, back in the day, when they were, the reason why you drive through Florida and all the concrete is like that tannish beige color is because when it was gray, like if you go to like Georgia, everything's gray, it causes more car accidents. But when we painted it beige, less car accidents. Thank you, Zach, for that tidbit. But that is true, though. That's why everyone in New York is so depressed.
Yeah, I think that's why like a lot of blues are coming back. Like people are starting to paint their cabinets blue. Greens are coming back.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah. Greens are coming back.
Vibrant colors. People are incorporating like bright hues of pink, red, orange, and yellow. I wouldn't go that far.
I wouldn't go that far either.
I'm more of agreeing with Mark. A nice blue.
Like a deep blue, deep
Yeah.
green. I think deep colors work the best for houses.
I think so too, yeah.
You know, like a deep white, deep black.
Sure.
Yeah, for Jared. Jared just needs contrast.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, if he tried to paint his house like blue or whatever, like
Turn
he's
out purple.
colorblind, so you go in there, it'll probably be different colors of blue.
But to be fair, and people have talked about this all the time, like McDonald's, the bright yellow arch over a red background, that triggers something.
Yeah. It's crazy though that like you look at their stores now and they're so bland. The outside is dark gray. It's like it looks like a freaking prison or whatever.
Yeah. I think companies are going to start shifting back to like kind of what we're talking about. Less modern, but more like the vibrant colors, more like contrast, you know?
Yeah. I actually saw this thing. It was like take me back to like a 1990s Starbucks.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look up a 1990s Starbucks, like, damn, this looks cozy in there, you know?
Or like Target, they used to have all these crazy colors going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't bring that back. They start painting green in the roads on like the sidewalks. The
Oh,
crossways.
yeah. Or like bike lanes.
Yeah. I think it looks good.
Yeah. Like when we were in Charlotte, that city feels more like,
Alive?
yeah, vibrant.
Yeah, they've had more colors going on.
Yeah.
That was a cool city, man.
Yeah.
Everything was nice about that city. Like, buildings look nice. They had a lot of agriculture for our city.
Green too, like bringing in more vegetation.
Yeah, 100%.
That helps. I think we need to go back to like old architecture. Like if you go to, you go to Europe and there's still like crazy cathedrals and like all the buildings are, like chiseled out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We need more of that in the States. All we have are squared off buildings.
Yeah. It's because it's expensive.
Yeah.
Like for Florida, we don't do a lot of bricklaying in Florida. So like and we don't make any bricks in Florida anymore. So all our bricks come from Georgia. So shipping them down here is expensive, and then not that many people do it anymore. So labor's expensive.
So what you're saying is we need to start a brick company in Florida.
Possible. I don't know how to make bricks, but
we can figure it out. I mean, they did it like 3,000
We can
years
3D
ago.
print it for you.
a brick, concrete 3D printing.
Yeah,
Have you seen those houses that are 3D printed?
there you go.
They're ugly. That feels like I'd be in a prison because like the inside walls are like concrete finished.
Listen, if we could just stop sending so much money to Ukraine, we could take that money, create more jobs, build better homes. Everybody's happy.
You started sending $1 billion to Africa for a natural disaster.
Yes. But I thought there were 2 natural disasters that happened recently, and one was pretty bad in the Carolinas. And I think all they got was $750,
If you could go online and apply for it.
maybe $750 if you were approved.
Yeah. And you had to go online and apply for it with no internet access.
But they have Starlinks, but the Starlinks weren't allowed to get there, so what a crap show.
To be continued and will be solved in the near future.
Yes, probably sometime in January.
Day
If I was to
one.
guess.
Yeah. So what are you guys expecting for Christmas?
What am I expecting for Christmas? Good vibes, hopefully.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
I mean, the older I get, I expect less. You know,
I agree, actually.
especially being men. Like women are always expecting something, but us men, it's just like, man, thank God I woke up today.
Yeah.
Or I wish I didn't wake up today. Either one.
Or it's like, man, I need some new socks, you know?
Yeah, exactly. You get a pair of socks, you're like, dang, my last one's had holes in them.
Yeah.
Jared's gonna get like a new laptop for Christmas or something.
Nah. I got some goodies coming. I got some things laid out.
What'd you buy yourself?
You'll see. You'll see. A few weeks from now.
Yeah. I asked my parents for a Milwaukee lawnmower.
Nice.
We'll see if I get it.
But Mark, how are you gonna use that? You don't have a lawn.
Surprise.
What? Crazy.
It's nice to see a friend of mine moving toward electric. You know, I know it's a step in the right direction.
It's an electric lawnmower?
Yeah.
Wait, it actually is?
Yeah, yeah.
That's why he keeps talking about it. He wants you to do some research.
So is it battery powered or you have to plug it in?
Two battery powered.
Yeah, it takes two 12-amp batteries.
So you charge it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I have a small lawn, though. It's not like... It'll be more than enough.
You can't even hear him cutting the grass.
Honestly, you know what a good business idea would be? Like, fully
Don't say
electric.
it here. But yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
No, it's a good idea.
You can't complain about it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I woke up at 7 a.m. this morning.
Some guys walking around my house.
I don't have anything to complain about. Oh, man. That's a good idea that you didn't say.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah,
then if
you
you
would
can-
just have to spend a lot of money on batteries, I guess.
And then if you can make it autonomous.
Yeah, but
It's over.
what's cheaper? All the gas or all the batteries?
Probably batteries in the short run, gas in the long run.
Yeah, but if you could charge it, then it's probably cheaper because you still have to get new batteries at some point, but you can just recharge it, right?
So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, batteries in the short run, or gas would be cheaper in the short run. Batteries would be cheaper in the long run.
And you can recycle batteries.
I think just overall, batteries would be cheaper.
In the long run.
Sure.
And there's like a few hydrogen vehicles have been coming out. And, the exhaust is just water.
And then you can drink it.
I mean, you could.
Jared's going to get murked when he leaves that.
But imagine you're mowing your lawn with an autonomous lawnmower that drives itself and it's using hydrogen. So it's like watering the lawn as it's cutting the grass.
Jared's going to get murked when he leaves, and Mark's going to go, well, someone probably got mad at him for It wasn't a government hit.
Oh, man.
But yeah. Christmas is coming up, and I'm curious to know what you guys are thinking about getting yourselves or your significant others for Christmas, or your kids or whatever. Apparently, the 2024 Motorola Razr Plus flip phone is trending again. Everything just goes in circles. We're back to flip phones now. We thought we'd never go back to flip phones, but here we are.
Yeah. You think you still do the angry like phone slam shut thing?
I think that's the whole reason why they brought it back, so that people could, because you can't just like that's lame.
Yeah, now it's like you hang up and you throw your phone, you know? It's
Yeah,
like
exactly. That's
Not good, you know? Before it was just a little...
Yeah, now you can angrily close your phone again. Now they're going to go back to digital cord phones, so you can just Slam the phone down.
Actually, a while ago, they came out with an attachment that like it was like like real old school like thick phones. You could like plug it into your iPhone and use it.
Then they're gonna make like phones with antennas again. It's just for looks. Or maybe it could connect to the Starlink better. I don't know. We'll see. We'll make something. Every year, too, personalized items are always those great last minute gifts you get on Amazon. We're gonna get Zach like a customized Yeti or some BS. Customized coffee mug, which you can get with the Cigar Guys logo if you go to the link in our description down there. Luxury goods, cigars. Cigars are great gifts for that special someone during this time of year. I would enjoy very much the Davidoff Year of the Snake this year. If you guys want to send me one for Christmas.
How much are they going to be this year?
God, probably like $100.
How much was the Year of the Dragon? It was like 150.
I think it was 80.
Was it 80?
I'm pretty sure it was $80.
What was the Year of the Tiger? That was like $60.
The Year of the Tiger was 40. The Year of the Rabbit was 50. The Year of the Dragon was 80.
Year of the Tiger was a good one.
Better than the Year of the Rabbit.
For sure.
That I remember. What does Jared want for Christmas?
This guy has no answers
Every
today.
question, bro.
This guy has no answers
I'm
today.
trying to think of something I don't have. I'm trying to think.
What cigar do you want for Christmas?
Man,
This guy
Somehow that's even harder to answer.
does he even smoke?
it's like my fourth cigar today.
None of which he knows.
It's a really tricky question.
It's not at all.
It's like asking you to walk the plank.
I'll probably get like a unicorn again and actually film content with it this time.
You should wait to try to find the unicorn.
Mikarita.
I've still yet.
Yeah.
We really have to do this in like the next month is to buy a woody and then smoke it.
Maybe you can get a Woody for Christmas. Christmas special.
Just gotta figure out where to buy it.
We can find one for sure. It's just not as convenient as we had hoped.
I'll try to like conceal it in my jacket and pull it out.
You gonna
Like a
live stream
sword.
it if you smoke
And you
it?
guys can hold the end of it while I'm smoking it.
Are you gonna live stream it?
I think we should live stream it.
It'd be a
Yeah, I
long
feel
live
like it's like we're talking about this for the first time.
Yeah, when are you just gonna pull the trigger and do it, man?
Just gotta find it.
I'm tired of hearing
And,
about
and
it.
if you're free to help me film it, that'd be even better.
I'm tired of hearing about it.
Help me film it.
Jared's a man with a lot of words but no action. It seems like.
I think I overact on a lot of things.
You definitely you got better. Not as reactive.
What do you mean?
Calm down a bit. Like you should start hanging around us more. Like we're very calm guys. Like the sky's not falling. We're just rising closer to the sky. You just gotta look at things positively.
My sky is crumbling.
Well, then there's Mark. You just gotta be like Zach. Like everything's fine. Don't worry about it. But he's secretly, internally freaking out.
The firmament has broken.
Water's pouring from the sky. One day it might happen. Or is it gonna rise from the depths? We'll see. By the way, Jared and I were actually talking about this earlier, so it's kind of funny. That BOI report that you business owners are supposed to file by the end of the year, else you're going to get fined like $500 a day starting in January. Well, it turns out there was a lawsuit that was filed with a bunch of individuals that said it was essentially unconstitutional. So the federal government ruled that those people involved in the lawsuit, while the case is ongoing, don't have to file their BOI report. And then the other day, a Texas federal judge made a ruling that if these individuals don't have to file it while this case is ongoing, that means everyone else also doesn't have to file it while this case is ongoing. So
I agree that's unconstitutional.
Sounds like similar to something that happened in the medical community that everyone said, hey, you should do this. And then no one was forced to do it, but a lot of people did it. And I know no one's forced to do it. So some people didn't do it. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird.
I feel like you're making shit up.
I think I am.
So I don't know if there's an official response yet from the ruling, but likely that's probably going to be upheld. So we already did it. So I mean, well, we didn't do it. We did it. One of our companies did it. I think we still have to do it for the other one, but maybe not.
Maybe not. I mean, it opens a big thing because now if every corporation has to say who runs it, there's a slight transparency increase. But then next year, who knows who's going to come out with what? Saying the government's going to come out and say everyone who's on a trust fund has to say, yes, I'm on a trust fund somewhere.
I mean, that probably won't happen for the next 4 years, but eventually. So yeah, there's that tidbit of news. And also, in the news today, in the cigar news, La Casa del Habano, one of the favored Cuban cigar retailers worldwide, just opened up a new shop in Bali. So we're going to Bali. We're going to go hit up La Casa de Habano, get some Cuban cigars there. But I mean, these guys are worldwide. Like every country I've been to outside the United States, there's one somewhere.
Yeah, they're huge.
Yeah.
They pretty much control the market almost.
Pretty much. You go to some area, like London, for example, has so many different lounges. And arguably, some of those lounges have better cigars.
Yeah.
But
probably cheaper price too.
It really depends. But I mean, La Casa de Habanos is like worldwide. That's like the go-to spot. And it's a very reliable source to go to.
Yeah.
When it comes to counterfeits. So, considering they're basically one of the authorized retailers. So there's that.
Yeah, they'll probably, if it ever becomes illegal in America to smoke them, they'll probably dominate the market.
They probably already got like something in place where they're like, okay, as soon as this is allowed, we have like first dibs on opening up one like in New York City.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
Miami. But at the same time, it's like if they're legal now, all the existing cigar shops are going to get them anyway. So,
yeah, I honestly think if they become legal in America, it won't be as bought as people think. You know what I'm saying?
Because they're going to be expensive, or
yeah. I don't think if they were illegal in America, I don't think they would dominate the market.
I think if they get legalized, they're going to come to America, and all these shops are going to hike up the prices.
100%.
At least initially, and then they might fade out a little bit. But yeah, I agree.
100%. They'll definitely hike up. I mean, they do have cigars now.
Yeah, limited edition cigars that retail for, I don't know, $60, and everyone agrees to sell them for like $100. Just throwing random numbers out there. But yeah, so anything else? And Jared, what's on your mind, man? Surely there's something.
I'm really actually enjoying this. Great cigar, actually. It's pretty good. I might have to buy
Which
another.
cigar is that?
The Osgener Bosphorus.
Nice.
Would you label that as one of your top for 2024?
Maybe I got another one. Maybe
Damn it.
tomorrow.
No answers from this guy.
I'll get him one day. I'll get him in a mood where he's like, I know everything now.
Yep. So, Jared, do you think this is a good time to call it?
Call what?
No answers from this guy.
Am I done with my cigar?
Depends on your mood, I guess.
Is dirt dry?
Sometimes you're done with this cigar. He says dirt dry.
Is dirt dry?
Not
that is the perfect Jared answer. Because is it dry or is it not dry?
It's
I don't know.
it
Did it rain
depends.
today? Like,
There's no answer.
God, this guy. It's funny. He's colorblind, but all his answers are just gray.
Very good.
What shade of gray?
There's so many. I don't know. All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in
to another great episode
of the Cigar Guys podcast. Also, no, that's it. We're done. Bye.
All right, bye.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Cigar Guys podcast. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date with all the latest episodes. Looking for short form content? Check out all our social media accounts in the description below. And now, a final word from our sponsors.
If you struggle with bad breath after smoking a cigar, whether the cigar has a very strong aftertaste, especially if you smoke like heavy, more full body cigars, spicier cigars, very earthy cigars, sometimes you leave the lounge and you have that really strong aftertaste, I have a solution for you. This is Smoke Sniper Mouthwash. We were introduced to this mouthwash recently, and I used it for the first time after smoking a very strong cigar with a bad aftertaste. And this mouthwash, I kid you not, absolutely shocked me. It worked so well. I took a shot of this, and afterwards, I had no remnants of any cigar aftertaste, anything afterwards. Basically reset my whole palate. I was genuinely shocked when I tried it. It's got very simple ingredients and it's a relatively affordable mouthwash. It works way better than your traditional Listerine and other big name brands. Smokesniper.com. Go check it out. The link is also going to be in the description. But I highly recommend you get some of these. Right now they come in these a 9-pack of these small containers. I know that they're going to be working on some bigger sizes as well, but I'm telling you, it is definitely worth it. Go check out smokesniper.com and you will be pleased.